0, 1. Let's get started.
Okay, I ordered the Fisk Moto Spark Arrestor for the 2025 GasGas EC300 for the stock pipe. Now this is just the diameter of this is just over 1 inch. So for that, if you're going to be riding and need a spark arrestor, especially in California or like restricted states, you are going to need to run some sort of spark arrestor if you run across the rangers and or police. So I've got the kit 25 is for the 1 inch stock exhaust pipe. This spark arrestor is US FS approved, stainless steel, quick installation, and I went ahead and got the kit with it, which means the wash plug, which looks pretty cool for storage, and that is an option to come with it. The grand total from Rocky Mountain ATVMC was $127.24. If you use your Rocky Mountain Cash and Fantasy Cash, I paid a little bit less than that, so thank you so much for that. But we're gonna see about install on this. I've read about it. They don't have this machine lineup yet for, as you know, as a drop down options for this bike and this kit, but it is the kit 25 for the 2025, and it should work for the European lineups 1 inch exhaust. Let's check it out. Okay, so this is what comes in the kit. You get your actual spark arrestor screen. You actually get it. It's got 4 Allen screws. It comes with 2 extra. You got your instructions, and the kit, it's got the wash plug with this cool Fisk patch. So that's pretty cool. And you actually get the tiny Allen wrench with plenty of low strength Loctite. It's got a tiny bit of little play, so you'll get it set. Oh, I'm sorry, it's 3 Allen screws, so you actually get 3 extra. And it does kind of bend or bow on itself when you stick it in there, because you're dealing with a straight down. This is almost trying to go in straight, but the pipe's obviously at an angle, so it's hitting the roof there, but not a big deal. Just tweak it a little bit, bend it a little bit down, and we'll get it installed. Okay, let's do a quick sound check before we get that spark arrestor installed. Okay, I'm just going to take a clean rag, clean it off, get some of that soot out, and get it installed. Now the Rangers might come around with some sort of probing device. This is like a foot long, and they're going to be all like probing your exhaust, your pipe, and being like, son, that's a violation. We might have to give you a citation for that. So what do we do about that to play it safe? That's where the spark arrestor comes into play. Okay, so I just put a drop of, I don't know if you can see in the light, just a drop of Loctite or thread lock right on the threads. Put a tiny little bit right here, low strength Loctite. Okay, I went ahead and just threaded each little Allen screw till I saw them just kind of hit flush with the side, and I'll pop it in. And I think I even overdid the thread lock. You only need, yeah, I can kind of see it there on the bottom right. Just a drop, like even just a half of a drop, so you don't make too much of a mess. Maybe I'll put a little thread lock on this side, but I don't want that sitting in the, not that it's, yeah, look at all that. Not that it's not gonna get gunked up eventually. And this needs to be taken out and cleaned. So let's put it in. Okay, and also you could see I just kind of tweaked it, pinched it, pushed it down, just try to mold it or shape it so it would fit in here a little bit better. That's where kind of you could still see it popping out. But. And just, we'll tighten these up in a little crisscross pattern. But I think I'm gonna have to, it's pretty straightforward. I'm gonna have to pause this and then come back to you because I don't have a stand for the phone. Okay. And now we're legal in all, including California. And then when the ranger comes with their little stickety doohickey and says, "Are you legal?" Oh, you must be. Barely goes in an inch. So pretty, like I said, straightforward. I just did a crisscross pattern and snugged it down. Could still see some of the Loctite there. So I'm just gonna let it set before I do another sound check. But there's nothing to it. That's gonna have to be cleaned with carb cleaner, depending on how much you ride. You do get the cool and maintenance and instructions with it. And I did forget about this. You get a cool little sticker you can stick somewhere, I guess. Oh, plug, launch, plug installed. Check that out. Nice. And it is right up against the butt of that. It didn't, I mean, there's a pretty significant crack there, but it's just how the pipe is, the butt of the pipe right back in there. So, but you're legal, and that's the main thing. That is definitely not watertight, but looks good. So anyways, like I said, this whole video is about the 2025 GasGas EC300 spark arrestor. Okay, I let the Loctite kind of cure for probably just about 24 hours because I was really in no hurry to use the bike yet. But so anyways, it did. It looks good and dry, and it feels secure in there. So I just wanted to do a sound test with it now. I did move it outside of the garage just because it's kind of overcast. It's kind of getting late in the day, and it's already getting a little dark. love that. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but it almost looks like, man, I could feel air, exhaust pushing this way, and I could see the smoke too. So kind of interesting. It went from a 1-inch hole to a 3/4. Pushing exhaust. Oh yeah. Woo-wee, it's gonna be a smoky ride. Oh yeah, look at even spraying out condensation. So there we go, a sound check, but it is interesting. There's definitely, this is pushed all the way up against the exhaust as possible. You don't necessarily want to put gasket, high temperature gasket seal or anything, but look at the condensation that blows forward towards the pilot, towards the rider. So, but we're going to be moving forward for the most part. But it is interesting how this bevel pushes things forward. You could see it right there. Huh. But I don't know if it'll affect performance, but yeah, look at how much of it gets pushed towards the rider, at least on a stationary position. But we're gonna need it if you're in California to keep yourselves legal and just, you know, novice riders. I don't think this is gonna really affect performance too much, especially if you're sticking with the stock pipe for now. So can't wait to get out to the trails and try it out. Let's get on the gas.